Hello. I have not made a video in a while. Like, since 2024 amount of time. So, I am making a video basically explaining a tiny bit of drama, I guess you'd call it, I'm in. Where this individual, his name is Darby, um, I guess is confusing me for someone else. I really don't know how to explain it in a way that doesn't kind of sound like I'm insane. But anyway, so allow me to kind of explain the initial situation. So one day, I think it was on the 4th, July 4th, I was queuing some Duel because I still play this mode. This is like the only mode I enjoy playing. And I ran into Darby. Now, I actually know who Darby was because he played Smite 1 Duel, and he made videos about that. He has a channel himself. And his videos are pretty good, actually. I think he does a pretty good job with YouTube. I mean, I don't... Like, what do I know, right? I'm just... this is like my second or third video ever, depending on how you want to look at it. But anyway, to continue with the story, so I was queuing Duel, and then I queue into Darby. And I was playing CERN, he was playing Aphrodite, which is kind of what he's known for in Smite 2, at least. I think in Smite 1 he was mainly known for Hera. Sorry if I stop, like, concentrating, but this is live. But anyway, so essentially I queue into a game of Smite 2 Duel, and I face Darby, and I am CERN, and I am getting pretty relentlessly dog-walked because, you know, I don't really play CERN that much in Smite 2. And so, you know, I was just, you know, playing, you know, trying to do at least somewhat decently. And then, like, around the end-ish point in the game, he starts, like, DMing. And so I got really confused because from what I had remember, Darby was actually pretty chill when it came to like Smite 1 stuff. So that kind of confused me, but I was just like, alright, whatever, sure. But a few games later, I face Darby again, and this time I'm playing Chronos. And Chronos had recently just come out, and I was trying to play some Chronos because all of my games before then, it being 3 games, all of which were like 5-minute games because Chronos is just broken. So we queue into this game, and I'm going in with the mindset of, okay, I want to play to have fun, and I was like, you know, pretty okay with that for the most part. And you know, like, I tend to not really care that much about Duel because it's Duel, it's not like competitive anymore. So it's like, kind of what's the point in playing Duel and like taking it super seriously? There's a leaderboard, but like, I mean, like, it's kind of fucked, but that's a different topic. So this was a pretty long game. This was a game that took about, I want to say, 30 to 35 minutes long. And that was mainly because I was trying to play normally and like trying to play to win fights. And I eventually got to the point where I'm like, okay, winning fights is not working. I am not really making any progress necessarily when it comes to winning these fights. And so I just kind of thought to myself, like, okay, I can't really fight him because I was, I think, 0-4. I think I'm just dead here. Oh. I live. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. So anyway. So we play this game, and about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? This game's taking so long. I really do not feel like constantly trying to fight him whenever he's just doing the same thing of poking and running away, which is kind of what he should be doing. Like, it's not like an honor thing. It's not like, how dare he play to win. It was more so like, I don't think I can win at this current stage in the game with how the games have been going, or with how the game's been going. So I'm going to PvE, because that is how I personally saw my only chance of winning that game, since I was so far behind. So, after this Chronos game's over, I backdoor him and I laugh at him back because, from my perspective, he just kind of randomly laughs at me. And so I was confused, but I was just like, whatever, I'll just laugh at him back. You know, maybe, you know, whatever. I wasn't really sure what was going on, but I just laughed at him because I thought nothing too seriously about it. Okay, I could have sworn I beats, but that's just tough. But after the end of the game, I said like GG, and then he goes off. He's talking about how I'm a dog shit player and that all I do is backdoor on Chronos and I just spam Chronos all day. Which, keep in mind, this game of Chronos that I beat him on was like my third or fourth time ever playing Chronos in Smite 2. So it's just factually incorrect. I can also show the Smite 2 tracker to prove that I only had, you know, 3 or 4, whichever one it is, games before that. Because it's not like this super crazy... It's not like this super crazy thing. So, anyway, I ask, or I say, I don't know what you're talking about. I, like, barely played Chronos. And so he doesn't believe me, and so he's like, say hi to YouTube. So I was just like, assuming he was recording, but I didn't do like the hi YouTube thing or anything like that. gets his shell at least. But yeah, after that, it was just like really, it was just really strange because I had no idea what he was talking about, and he was just like going off about like how bad of a player I am and stuff like that. And although I could be like super petty back, I truly think it's a misunderstanding. So, you know, hopefully, and I do mean this genuinely, hopefully, you know, this, you know, kind of resolves itself, but it seems like it's not, because it's been like a couple weeks and it's still not like at the forefront of his mind, but it seems like whenever he, like about a week ago on my Hades video that I made in 2024, he put like a he put a comment on the video, and it was just something like what's it called? And so, essentially, at the end of the day, I don't really care all that much. I just kind of find it funny because it's like such a massive, what I think is personally a misunderstanding, because, again, before that game I had like 3 or 4 Chronos games played. But anyway, I guess that's all I have to say really about the quote-unquote controversy. I don't like hate Darby or anything like that. And like I said, I think he does YouTube pretty well. So again, like I said, I don't have any like real ill will towards the guy. I just thought it was worth mentioning because I figured this would be at least a somewhat decent foray, if you want to call it that, back into making videos, because it's actually something that I've kind of been wanting to do, but I just really haven't had an excuse to. And also the last time I tried making a video, which was around the time Morgan Le Fay released in Smite 2, my OBS was like broken, so that kind of demoralized me from making videos. But you know, this is probably the first time you hear my voice because my Hades video actually was silent. I've streamed a couple times with my voice, but that was an extremely long time ago. That was far longer ago than the 2024 Hades video. So, like I said, I don't care that much. I don't really have much feelings on it. It's just kind of funny to me, like I said. But anyway, let's win this duel game against against a Artemis. And I mean, look at this damage. Like, this aspect off wash in this matchup seems like really obnoxious for him, because he can't, like, his aspect is like one of the more obnoxious things for him to deal with, because the heal. So we're just gonna do a bit of damage to the Phoenix. I can stay. I'm probably just gonna back though for my Ob Shard. But I do want to regen a bit just in case he does catch up with me. It looks like he's going a magic pen item, but I could be wrong. He could just be going Titan's Bane. I could go Midgard, which might actually be the play. Because he does have, you know, attack speed. It is a thing his character has. But I mean, like, look at this. I could just spam him out. He can't really do anything. Like, he's already half HP and I was just, like, spamming my shit at him. But, like, I really like Opwash in Duel. I played him a decent bit in Smite 1. And I like playing him in Smite 2. But yeah, so he's going to build that the one guy that plays a lot of Artemis does, or at least part of it. The Daybringer thing. Oh, also another thing is that I play on controller. So like a lot of the shit that you see me do is me being on controller, which I kind of take a bit of pride in. I think, at least for a controller player, I'm pretty alright. Okay, he's on this. He's probably expecting me, but I have my beads, so like it doesn't really matter. No? Okay. Maybe he's just baiting to see if I'd follow him. Might be in this grass. It's not. He just came around that way, though. Missed my 3. It's not the greatest, but we can just get it back because my aspect. Is he gonna get stunned? I mean, you are just never outboxing me like that. The problem is, though, is that I can't really do objectives super easily. I kind of just have to kill him a bunch of times. And that's like my objective pressure. But I do think it was kind of troll for him to go Fatalis. Like, earlier in the game, you saw that it got him, like, a kill. But at the same time, like, this is, like, we're at this point where he physically can't, like, really fight me. So I'm gonna back up here. I'm not gonna full commit to that. Tried maybe baiting him by going for my corpses. Slow him with that. He's healing. And we're gonna back because we have 4K gold in hand. He might chase us. Ideally we don't let him chase us, but I mean, can't like guarantee that, obviously. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually go the Midgard and then a Bluestone. So I'm full build. This is like the standard mage build in Duel right now. So not really anything, you know, crazy. Normally if I was like joking around, I would, you know, go and what's it called, and like not get a second defense item, but this guy's not like that bad of a player. He's pretty good. So I'm going to try and win this game normally, because this guy was actually pretty decent in Smite 1. He's pretty decent in Smite 2 as well. So I'm not gonna take him for granted. Now again, this matchup is not good for him, so... And he might have sold his item, I can't quite tell. But, I mean, even with just Bluestone, like, that damage is, like, pretty nuts, to be honest. So he has that. I'm just gonna go for Titan here. It's fine if we don't get it, obviously. Purposely walk into his trap so that he heals, so that the 3 does more damage, and that's game. All in all, I say that's a pretty nice game to come back to, and again, if you are watching this derby, I really don't care. I don't know who you thought I was, but that was not me. The only time I BM'd you was that Chronos game, where I backdoored, because I thought that was my only chance of winning that game, because I was like 0-4. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, I guess is what, you know. If you were to take anything away, just take away, like, this matchup fucking sucks for Artemis. Alright, I'll probably be making more content soon, but I just wanted to, you know, make a video to come back with. Also, I guess I'll show my leaderboard rank, even though that doesn't matter too much, because auto speed is still like top 3, even though he hasn't played this fucking game in an extremely long time. So there, 53, top 100, top 70, whatever you want to call it. But again, this number doesn't really matter. There's no like ranked rewards or anything. Anyways, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.